I mean, if we do continue down this path and just make so many things unaffordable for people, basically make families unaffordable.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
I mean, yeah, birth rates will fall. I think there's this interesting situation where the Conservative Party needs to keep people owning homes, but also we have this massive continual flow of wealth from ordinary families to the rich. Residential homes are the biggest chunk of wealth in this country. So how do you keep ordinary people owning homes when you're simultaneously sucking their wealth away? The only way to do that is to really increase the size of their debt. So I think what you will see is massive increases in the ordinary debt burden on ordinary families. So you'll start seeing mortgages get much, much bigger. So you'll start seeing that younger people will be able to buy properties, but by taking massive mortgages. And the government will have to try and, Boris Johnson spoke about multi-generational mortgages. And I think that will probably eventually become a thing, that you will have a mortgage that, you basically guarantee that your kids will pay it off for you. So I think you'll see that. You'll see massive increases in debt, decrease in living standards. You'll see sort of this sort of slumization of London. You'll see this increasing divide. It's just going to be really unpleasant, basically. And yeah, definitely a lot of younger people will start having fewer families. I imagine political parties and people like Rupert Murdoch Rupert Murdoch will be dead by then probably, but the Murdoch empire will use that to stir the pot on racial division and fighting on immigration, because they'll say, we need more workers because you're not having kids, so we're going to bring more immigrants, and then they're going to sort of use that to drive immigrants against people who were born here. You're seeing that happen. I think we're reaching that point now where in order to keep the rich getting richer, you need to start really hitting the middle, and that's difficult to justify. And I think the easiest way to justify that, historically, if you look historically, is to get people to blame immigrants and to blame foreigners and to really drive up that sort of thing. Historically, these sort of situations, they tend to go far left or far right, you know what I mean? And the far left doesn't seem to be winning much ground, but you look at the far right, xenophobia, racism, to me, they all look to be on the rise, and that is, you can justify falling living standards if you say, we're doing it to defend you from these foreigners, you know what I mean? So I worry that things will probably go that way with increased division, and the media becoming more aggressive and sort of trying to build divisions within society. And in this country, that will probably it will have a racial element, it will have a religious element, it will even have a gender element, you see an age element, you see a north versus south element. You get people to point the finger at one another, and then nobody's pointing the finger at Rupert Murdoch, who's just getting everybody's homes, Housing could be so much more affordable, wages could be so much higher, and we could have so many more options in how we live our lives. Some of them put a lot of money into paying economists and think tanks to tell you that inequality is important for the economy. That is not true.